Mary wakes up in her bed. She looks for Max, her gray cat. Max is not on the bed or near the window. Mary feels worried. She says, "Max, where are you?" But there is no answer. Mary looks under her bed. She moves her books and toys, but Max is not there. She goes to the kitchen. Mary checks behind the chair and under the table. "Max, are you here?" she asks, but Max does not come. Mary walks to the garden. She looks near the flowers and the trees. "Max, are you in the garden?" she says. She listens, but she hears nothing. The garden is big, but Max is not there. Mary feels a little sad. Her mom comes to see Mary in the garden. "What are you doing?" her mom asks. "I cannot find Max," Mary says. Her mom smiles and says, "Maybe Max went outside." Mary looks at the door and thinks, "I need to find Max." Mary walks outside her house. She looks up and down the street. Max is not near the trees or the cars. Mary feels worried, but she keeps looking. "Where are you, Max?" she says softly. She sees her neighbor, Mr. Green, in the garden. "Have you seen my cat, Max?" Mary asks. Mr. Green shakes his head and says, "No, I have not seen him." Mary says, "Thank you," and walks to the next house. At the next house, Mary sees Mrs. Brown. "Have you seen Max, my gray cat?" she asks. Mrs. Brown thinks for a moment and says, "No, but maybe he is at the park." Mary smiles and says, "Thank you. I will go there." Mary walks toward the park. She feels a little tired but does not stop. "I will find Max," she says to herself. The park is not far, and Mary walks quickly. She looks at the trees and smiles. "Maybe Max is here," she thinks. Mary walks into the park. She sees a big dog playing with a ball. The dog's owner is nearby. Mary asks, "Did you see a gray cat?" The man shakes his head. "No, I only saw dogs here," he says. Mary looks behind the trees. She moves some leaves, but Max is not there. She goes to the playground. She checks near the slide and under the swings. "Where are you, Max?" she says softly. Mary sits on a bench. She feels sad and tired. The park is big, but there is no sign of Max. Maybe he is not here, she thinks. She looks around one more time, hoping to see her cat. A boy walks up to Mary. "Are you looking for a cat?" he asks. "Yes, his name is Max," Mary says. The boy smiles and says, "Maybe he went to the store." Mary stands up and says, "Thank you. I will look there." Mary walks into the small store. She sees the counter and a friendly clerk. Mary says, "My cat is gray and small. Did you see him?" The clerk smiles and says, "No, I didn't see a cat today." Mary feels a little sad. Mary looks around the store. She sees cans, boxes, and bags on the shelves. Suddenly, she sees something gray near the bottom shelf. "Max," she whispers. But when she looks closer, it is only a plastic bag. Mary sighs and walks to the snack aisle. She sees a chocolate bar and a small bag of chips. "I am hungry," Mary says. She buys a snack to feel better. "This will give me energy to keep looking," she thinks. The clerk waves at Mary as she leaves. "Good luck finding your cat," he says. Mary smiles and says, "Thank you." She eats her snack as she walks. Maybe Max is back home, she thinks, and she feels hopeful. Mary walks home slowly. She feels tired and frustrated. "Where are you, Max?" she says to herself. She opens the door and goes inside. The house is quiet, and she feels a little sad. Mary walks to her room. Suddenly, she hears a soft sound, meow. She stops and listens carefully. "What is that?" Mary whispers. She hears it again, a soft meow. She looks around the room. The sound is coming from her backpack. Mary picks up the bag and opens it slowly. Inside, she sees Max, her gray cat, sleeping. "Max, you were here all the time," Mary says with a big smile. Max looks at her and meows again. Mary hugs him gently. "I am so happy to see you," she says. Now, Mary feels tired but very happy. Mary hugs Max tightly. "I missed you so much," she says with a big smile. Max looks at her and purrs. "You made me so worried," Mary says. But now, she feels happy again. Her mom walks into the room. "You found Max," her mom says. Mary laughs and says, "He was in my backpack." Her mom smiles and says, "Max was here all the time. He likes to hide." Mary looks at Max and says, "You are so silly, Max." She goes to the kitchen and finds a treat for him. Max eats the treat happily. Mary laughs and says, "I will take better care of you now." Mary sits on her bed with Max. "No more hiding, okay?" she says. Max lies down and closes his eyes. Mary feels happy and calm. "I am so glad you are home," she whispers. Max purrs softly, and Mary smiles. Subscribe to receive more videos, and keep learning. Thank you.